Hello, everyone, and welcome back down here to the Gamer's Den with me, your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Today, I wanted to talk about something that's a fair bit near and dear to my heart, and this comes on the heels after having watched Matpat's video regarding YouTube and gaming channels and how, well, the top tiers of well, YouTube stardom and everything that comes with will never ever fully meet with gaming channels or gaming related channels, and how it kind of just strikes a nerve for me. Not that it pisses me off or makes me angry. It's more of a massive bummer. It's so disappointing to hear, because the fact of the matter is, for me, for thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people out there, gaming matters. And not in the sense that, it's a life or death prospect or anything like that. Obviously, if if you're needing to make ends meet, that it definitely takes priority over gaming. Taking care of your families, taking care of yourself, takes priority over gaming. But indulging and engaging in gaming can be a method of taking care of yourself. It's a bit of leisure time, a little bit of activity you can take for yourself to vent your frustrations or engage your creative mind and go about problem solving, building and creating wondrous and wonderful things depending on the game. Or if you're playing with a tabletop game, it's an opportunity for you to get together and socialize with friends. And again, also just relax a bit, blow off a little bit of steam, and have some fun. As your mental well-being is every bit as much as important as your physical well-being. Now, again, obviously, jobs, bills, family, taking care of your obligations, that's obviously a number one. But tending to your mental well-being is, of course, incredibly important as well, too. And gaming happens to take care of a pretty broad range of interests. There's so many different genres of games out there that meet and cater to a variety of different peoples and their needs, their creative needs, their needs for differing sorts of entertainment. And it's just absolutely wonderful that this medium exists, is growing, and is hitting such a wider, broader range of audiences. It's absolutely fantastic, and that's why gaming matters. For myself, I can very easily let myself lose an entire day to gaming if I were to let it. I had done several times in the past. I can't quite do that as much now, what with having a wife that I love dearly, and not only that, but now a daughter that absolutely depends on the both of us for all of her needs. And, well, you've met my littlest, most adorable co-host here before, and it's cliche to say, but it's absolutely true when I say I love that little sack of snot, laughter, and poop with all of my heart. Absolutely, I do, and it brings so much joy and happiness into my life. And I'm hoping that one day I can introduce her to this wonderful world that we all share, this world of gaming. Whether her favorites are going to be in-depth, nitty-gritty RPGs, fast-paced shooters, or just thought-provoking puzzle games, or hell, if it's Barbie horse adventures, whatever, to each their own. I'm thinking she'll probably lean more towards what Dad likes to play and what Mom likes to watch Dad play, but even still, I want to try to bring that and share that in my daughter's life and just have this wonderful experience that we can bond over. And it's the same for tabletop gaming. I'm hoping to be able to, one, either be that dad that embarrasses her when her friends come over, or two, be running games for her as she gets older and she brings her friends over and gets them into gaming, or has friends that are into gaming. I'm just hoping for any of that. Again, not going to force it. If she just doesn't dig it or just loses interest in it, then hey, it is what it is. I may still take the time and fulfill my parental duties and embarrass her just a little bit. What self-respecting parent wouldn't bring about just a slight sense of shame and embarrassment to their child's life? But, I'd rather not be that jerk that makes their child a mini copy of them and forces them to do everything that they're doing. But again, it comes back around to that thing of gaming matters. It also matters, I mentioned taking care of your mental well-being and your own mental health, and at least ensuring you engage in a little bit of some sort of leisurely activity in order to just let yourself de-stress a little bit. For myself, it helped me keep afloat and keep my sanity through some fairly hard times. I've dealt with depression for most of my life. It hasn't always been the easiest thing, but what the hell? I'm part Irish. Part of me is really good at internalizing a lot of stuff and trying to keep shoving through all the muck that gets rained down on you. Not every time has been easy. Not every moment is easy. It's used to be day to day until I started getting some regular therapy. But part of what helped me keep going was looking forward to that next game night with my friends. Not that I ever tried to put that onto them. I would do my best to not let on and try to just deal with everything on my own, like I figured every responsible adult should. But or like at least like I thought they should, but sometimes it gets to be too much to handle on your own. Dealing with depression has not always been the easiest, and the issue got quite a bit more exacerbated after my wife and I lost our first son. And sorry, not the easiest thing to recount or remember, and it's not the easiest thing to keep dealing with day to day. It's not the kind of thing that ever goes away or you forget about. It's the kind of pain that doesn't stop. You just get used to carrying it. And in that way, in getting used to and familiar with it, in that way, you learn to deal day to day. It gets easier in that fashion, but it never goes away. Not really. Gaming really helped to keep me afloat through all of that. It's a little spark of joy that I could let myself be lost for a few hours, either on the Xbox or on my computer, or for a few hours more over at a friend's place, rolling some dice, running a game, or playing in a game. Just that little bit of escape helped give me a sense of relief while my wife and I were figuring out how to keep each other afloat and how to keep each other going. And that's why, for me, gaming matters. And it got to matter even more when I'd finally started to seek out help and therapy once everything got to be too overwhelming for myself. I'm 31 now, going on to 32, and I'm just now really starting to open up, and I opened up to a few of my friends from the game table, friends that I've known since high school in some cases, and every last one of them has been thoroughly welcoming and willing to embrace me despite the fact that I was bringing my problems to them. And that's another reason why gaming matters. You can meet some of the most amazing people that you could ever hope to meet, and through that shared experience, whether in my case over years, those shared experiences, that this now lifelong friendship has brought about such an incredible support system for myself. And for so many others, undoubtedly, you are finding or have found that your friends that you've met and made through gaming are some of the most important friends you have probably ever made. And that's incredible. Obviously, through the anonymity of the internet and gaming online, you have met some of the biggest jackasses you have ever met. Some of the most vile, racist, awful people ever. Some of the biggest goddamn trolls. But that just comes back around to life in general. But this is part of why gaming matters. It's that sense of community, of belonging to these different groups, these shared experiences. And not only that, but some games have some of the most wonderful stories to tell and share. And they're really beginning, well, I shouldn't say beginning, but they have really delved into some hard, difficult things, some difficult subjects, and have brought them forward to be dealt with through a medium that helps players to engage with these difficult subjects that otherwise might not have ever occurred to them or been presented to them. There are so many avenues and so many benefits to having gaming within our lives, within this world now, and it's a shame that there are so many that look down on it, whether it's Google and YouTube or the people all across the globe who look down at it as, that's just kid stuff, that's just video games, that's just nonsense, why are you wasting your life on nonsense? There's so many people that make a wonderful living off of this, crafting wonderful, amazing, engaging stories, engaging gameplay experiences for tens of millions of people to enjoy now across the world, and that's incredible. That's absolutely amazing. And there are different groups like the one that I'm part of, different communities, different circles of friends who get together and share these stories or create these stories in the case of tabletop gaming. And they get to experience them all together. They get to sit around with like-minded people, hell, even differently minded people who all come together, sit down at a table and enjoy gaming together. And that's absolutely amazing and absolutely incredible, and comes back to the main point of this particular thesis, that gaming matters. Gaming absolutely matters. Again, it's not the most direly life or death important sort of thing, but I know for myself in my darkest moment that this helped to keep me afloat. It wasn't the only thing, certainly, but through seeking therapy, I found that seeking therapy and acting on that therapist's advice, that counselor's advice on on creating open, honest safety nets, engaging with different people and with the different people in my life, letting them know what was going on, opened up a whole new level of a relationship and friendship with people that I've known for most of my life now at this point. And that's been incredible. Now, gaming hasn't been the only thing. I do martial arts, although I've not been in practice for a little while now. But even still, engaging with my coaches, engaging with my friends, engaging with so many different people has been incredibly helpful and rewarding for me. And again, I can't help but reiterate this over and over again, that gaming has made a massive difference in my life. I mean, look at me now here, making videos on YouTube, talking about something that I deeply enjoy, that I'm passionate about, and want to share that passion with the world at large. I want to help invite more people into gaming, whether they're new gamers or returning veteran gamers that haven't picked up a set of dice or a controller in years. I want everybody to be able to come in and enjoy this wonderful thing that has yielded so many amazing experiences in my life, that's allowed me to create these wonders, these sweeping, broad vistas, these incredible worlds, unlike anything many others have experienced, or in some cases exactly like things that other people have experienced. There's so much limitless potential to be tapped into here in this world of gaming, in this crazy, weird little world of ours. I say little, it's actually expanded quite rapidly. I mean, Wizards of the Coast is seeing an upsurge in Dungeons and Dragons' popularity with the world at large. Gaming is growing ever more and more, multi-billion-dollar industry. But still, I think my point remains valid. It's absolutely wonderful to have this opportunity here to invite so many people into this world, to have this experience, these experiences, and share them with everybody. That's amazing. And I appreciate you all taking the time to hear me out on this as I point out a slew of reasons why gaming matters, why gaming's important to me, to so many other people out there who have had experiences like mine or entirely unlike mine, people whose experiences range from the amazing to the absolutely heartbreaking, we can all get together and agree that gaming is incredible. Gaming is amazing, wonderful, lighthearted, fun, dealing with some of the heaviest of topics, and why gaming matters. Thank you all for your time. I've been your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. You all have yourselves a good night.